Okay, so a couple of little quick hitters out of horns. I think one I have shown in a previous video, but this one actually we score on. So a couple things on this one. We're set up with our shooters in the corners. Posts can be a little higher than this if they want to be, but we put them on the elbows. This girl who gets the inbound here, she's a lefty, which is why we run this stuff to this side of the floor. So this first one we call horns weak, and we call it weak because the point guard here, she's going to cut away from the ball. So we got action going on both sides of the floor. Now this team in white, they were down, so they really started pressuring our wings, which is why we ran this. So we're going to throw it in here. We're going to take our dribble at this player as she's lifting out of the corner. She can't stay. She's lifting out of the corner, and then she's just going to cut back door for an easy one. Worked really well. But now the important part of this is what's going on the weak side of the floor. So we enter it here. We're running our back door on the left side, but it's really important what's going on this side of the floor. Now we have a 40% three-point shooter in the corner, and we're going to be setting a double staggered screen away for her. So look what it's doing to the defense here. Everybody's occupied over here, and that kind of frees up the back door. But if that's not open, if we don't get that, we've got our shooter coming off that double screen, and you definitely don't want to give her that. If this defender comes out to guard, this player can slip right to the middle. It's a very difficult little set to guard. We're going to usually get something out of this. If we don't, we would flow into our offense. But here it is again, full speed. Really well executed here. We're going to get one of those two. All right, the next one we call horn strong. Now this is a pretty popular set. I mean, I know we're not reinventing the wheel here, but it's the exact same personnel as on the floor. We throw it to the same post. Now we call it strong because our point guard now is going to go ball side. And what we're going to do, we're going to fake this handoff, and 32 is going to set the down screen on number 10's player. So our shooter here is still in the corner, but now she's going to lift too early. You're going to see this. So there's the handoff screen into a handoff. Now we're setting a double stagger off this handoff for an elite rim attacker. Right when she gets the handoff, this other post is supposed to down screen for the girl in the corner. You can see our shooter's coming up a little bit too early. I want her to wait a little bit because I want 30 here on the block, and I'll show you why here in just a second. But we come off this now, they're in big trouble because they've forced to switch, and you've got this elite rim attacker, and you've got a 6'4" girl who simply cannot guard her. Now, right when she gets the handoff, 11's going to set the down screen on 30. So again, our 40% shooter's then going to come out of the corner and get this kick if she can't score. Now, thankfully for us, she drives, and like I said, she's just really good at that. But ideally, what we're going to get, if she can't score, again, we're going to have our shooter catch and shoot for a 3. But our post player should have buried this player more like right outside the lane line, because again, our shooter came up a little bit early. So if we kick it to our shooter and she doesn't have it, now we have a post feed for 11. But we'll run this again full speed just so you can see it. Again, tough stuff to guard. Multiple options out of both of these. So there you go. That's horns weak and horns strong. And you can run a million different things out of that set, but those are two of our favorites.